Now that Black Friday 2025 has been and gone, and hopefully we all survived, here are the main trends that we saw this year at AppsFly for e-commerce apps. This year, one trend really stood out across every market. Black Friday wasn't about reaching more users, it was about reaching the right users. There was a real mix in new install volumes, but the countries that performed the best at driving revenue were those that didn't just focus on the volume of new users, but instead focused on driving the highest value new users to the app that were more likely to convert, as well as focusing on re engaging existing app users. For instance, in France, we saw that shopping app installs went up year on year, but in app conversions actually dropped 31% versus last year. So the interest was there to install the app, but brands struggled to turn it into purchases. However, in Germany, shopping app installs actually fell year on year. They were down by 19%, but in app revenue rose 35% as more users actually made a purchase. It was a similar story in Brazil, which had flat installs overall, but iOS conversions actually surged 85%, and remarketing on iOS also grew more than 100% year on year. So it was a mix of engaged high value shoppers and existing app users that drove the market growth. In the UK, brands went really hard on performance media, and non organic installs jumped 30% year on year. And that investment alongside remarketing paid off, with iOS revenue spiking 70% year on year. The UAE was an absolute rocket ship. Installs were up 38%, and in app conversions were also up 68%. There was really strong growth across remarketing on iOS, and this was due to a mix of market demand plus strong execution from brands in the region. Overall, we saw that iOS users delivered the strongest purchase intent. Remarketing proved really essential this year, and the brands who doubled down on paid acquisition and full funnel activation were those that came out on top. So, what does all of this tell us? Well, this year, one trend really stood out across every market. To be successful during peak, it is really about quality over quantity when it comes to targeted shopping app campaigns. If you saw any interesting Black Friday or White Friday campaigns in the Middle East, or if you have any insights to share, please feel free to share them in the comments below. I would love to see them.